Hello there guys, Redmi here, and today I'm doing a review of Xiaomi Redmi 3. It is a highly promising device, but before we start, if you're enjoying my videos, I will ask you to click the subscribe button. Thanks a lot for that. Before we go further in review, I want to turn around on phone specifications. Xiaomi is a dual SIM dual standby device. It accepts one nano SIM card and one micro SIM card. The screen is 5 inches, it is an IPS unit, chipset is Snapdragon 616, CPU is Octa-core and graphics are Adreno 105. It comes with Android 5.1 and MIUI 7. 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage, which is expandable with one micro SD card, and that micro SD card occupies a SIM slot too. Back camera is 13 megapixels, front camera is 5 megapixels, and internal battery, which is non-removable, is 4100 mAh. Other features are standard like GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 3G, LTE and FM radio. Now let's see what's inside the box. First thing which you see when you open the box is the phone itself. Paper part of the box. Inside there is a user manual and SIM tray opening tool, a standard USB cable for charging and synchronization, and wall charger with non-standard Europe pins, but you get an adapter so you can use it in Europe easily. Wall charger output power on 5 volts is 2 amperes, which is standard these days. My Redmi 3 is white version and it's quite nice, a beautiful design, very well made, a nearly full metal build, a standard plastic parts on bottom and top. The Redmi 3 is relatively small, but screen size is 5 inches and screen have a resolution of 1280 by 720. It is IPS unit with pixel density of 294. Just on top of the screen there is a camera, front facing one with 5 megapixels and aperture is 2.2. A bit on the left is an in-call speaker from grill, and totally on the left we have a proximity sensor and ambient light sensor. Under the screen we have 3 capacitive touch buttons. They don't have a backlight. It's really boring. I really urge on manufacturers to start putting a backlight on the cheaper phones. Please do that in the future. Under middle capacitive touch button there is a LED notification light. I hope you can see it. It is in red color now, but you can choose colors for different kind of notifications, and it is quite nice to have it. On the right hand side we have a curvy design style, and on the top there is a sleep and wake power on and off button with volume controls. They feel really good. If you're familiar with Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 design style and quality, it's basically the same. It feels like premium device. They are sturdy, no moving, and when you shake it, no sound, so it's quite good. On the left hand side we have just a SIM tray slot. I will open it now and show you how it looks inside. SIM tray slot can accept 2 SIM cards, one nano and one micro, but in SIM tray slot 2 you can also put a micro SD card, which will expand your internal storage memory from 16 GB to plus micro SD card capacity. But in this case you lose one SIM slot, so you can then use just one SIM card. On the bottom we have a micro USB port for charging and synchronization, and a bit on the right there is a microphone. On the top side, starting from the right, there is a 3.5mm jack. Also a bit on the left there is an infrared blaster for remote control functions, and we have a voice cancellation microphone here. Today phones are mostly recognizable by their backside, and this is also the case for that. Redmi 3 back is really nice. It have a really nice texture on the back. It is metal backplate. Top part is made of plastic, also the back part. We have a beautiful Mi logo, and this textured graphics on the pictures when I was ordering the phone looked really, I don't know, I was skeptical how it look in live, but now when I have phone in palm of my hand, I can say that it looks really beautiful. I like it. Top part of the back side is filled with 13 megapixel f2 aperture camera, and totally on the left we have a single LED flash. Camera performance is really good. I really like this camera. I will speak about that more later in the review. Bottom part of the back there is a speakerphone grill, and this part here and top part are made of plastic, like I said before. Also a few words about speakerphone. It's generally nice, sound is crisp, there is no a lot of bass, which is normal because the speakerphone is mono. And overall I like it. It is loud enough to be hearable, there is no distortion on maximal levels, quite nice. The screen performance is quite good. On the blacks we can see that there is no backlight bleeding, and I consider that one of important aspects of the good screen. And this unit is quite good. It is an IPS unit. I will show you now viewing angles. They are quite good, and one thing that is worth noting is that screen is not bright a lot. It's enough for general use, but I saw a lot brighter screen on cheaper device. Qbot, which I reviewed recently, have a really insanely good screen for the price, and that screen is better than this. You can see that brightness is set to maximum, and I will show you now the outdoor performance. It is not a weak point, but just I think the screen could be a bit brighter. Here you can see outdoor screen performance, and this is why I said the screen could be a bit brighter. When a lot of black colors are included on the screen, it is a bit harder to see screen content. And if you go into the browser, it is a lot better when there are a lot of white colors. But overall, the screen could be a bit brighter. And I will show you that screen brightness is set to the maximum. Android 5.1 combined with MIUI 7 is performing really well. If you ever used an iOS phone, you will immediately notice a similarity between these two systems. MIUI philosophy is a lot copied from iOS, and that is not a bad thing. I really like how they did that, and it's really admirable how it performs. I will quickly show you how everything performs. I will turn off everything from Task Manager, and here you can see how the apps turn on first time. I don't have a lot of third-party apps, I have the games. Xiaomi did put a lot of nice features in the phone. One of them is in-call recording, so you can record your calls. Here and there you can always see a lot of improvements from the general Android version. Let's say when I'm using a Android phone with standard Android with no modifications, and when I get a Xiaomi like this with their MIUI 7, I see a lot of improvements from a standard. A lot of stuff is easier to handle, a lot of modifications with help in everyday usage. So overall, I really like it, and I don't have any bad word to say about Xiaomi Android modifications. The really neat feature which Xiaomi Redmi 3 offers is a infrared remote, or infrared blaster, how they call it. You just need to install the third-party application from the store. You can choose any of a lot of them. I personally love this one, and it works like a charm. I use it with my Toshiba TV. I will not demonstrate it because it works out of the box nearly. Just you need to set up a TV or any other device with remote, and you can start using it. I tested it from 5 meters distance, and it works like a charm. I guess that it can change the channels or work from a lot more distance, but I was unable to test it because my room is too small. Benchmark results are quite nice. In Geekbench we get a single core score 645 and multi-core score is 2884. N22 result is 31,233. Now let's see the gaming performance. Gaming performance is more than decent, also considering the price point of this phone and the segment from which it is really nice. The Nova game is mostly not playable, at least by my standards. It gets choppy and even the sounds get choppy. And other games like Asphalt, they play really nice, you can enjoy them with nearly full potential, so that's fine by my side. The phone gets warm in this part here when you play intensive games or use hardware intensive applications. It doesn't ruin the user experience in any way. It just gets a bit warm, not too much, so it's acceptable. Testing a camera is always a pleasure, especially if it's a good camera. And this one is not bad at all. I will show you now. Front-facing camera UI is generally okay. You have normal functions. You can choose from shooting pictures or video mode. Here is a button for front-facing camera switch. And to take a picture like this, it's really easy. Camera is really snappy. It works very well. I will include still pictures and video samples. And one thing which is really important is that this camera very well handles low light situations. When the LED light needs to be included, it works really well. It takes really nice picture with exposure, and I will include them in the video. Front-facing camera performance. It is a really nice unit considering the price. It shoots okay videos, the front-facing camera pictures are also decent, and I generally love it. I really hope you enjoyed watching these camera samples like I enjoyed taking them. It is a really nice camera, especially if you consider the segment from which this phone is. And we came to the part when I want to speak about a battery life. The phone comes with 4100 mAh battery, and the performance is really good. I like it. I will show you now the Geekbench result. A Geekbench result is started with 70% of battery state. I know I should charge the battery to full capacity, but I was going to sleep and the battery was charged just until 79%. Sorry for that, but still we get 7 hours and 4 minutes of battery life with brightness set to the 50%. So overall the battery life is showing a really good results. I am easily get 2 days of battery life with medical usage. I'm not a gaming guy, so there is no a lot of gaming. You can get 2 days and have a bit of juice left. So overall, it's not a one-day device, it's more like 2 days device with normal usage, and that's really nice. Xiaomi did a good job with optimization and chipset combined with huge battery inside. It works very well and I like it. Good job, really. I will try in my final verdict to be a simple guy with simple words. Good job, Xiaomi. You did it again. This phone is one of the kind. You get a relatively small device, compact, with enough of the screen state of 5 inches, and this phone doesn't have a strict weak point. You can say for this phone, okay, it's good in all these segments, but it is bad in this one. No, everything is generally good. There are weak points like a screen brightness, but that is just a minor thing. It's not that bad to call it a weak. It is just, it could be better, and still it's good enough. With call performance, in-call performance, calling, receiving calls, everything works as it should. Wi-Fi is really good, GPS signal great, you get a GLONASS, Russian one, and American GPS standard, so everything works like it should. Overall, this phone is really nice, and build quality is also great. I don't have to say anything about that. The phone feels really good in hand. There is no crunching or anything like that. It's really solid phone, well built. I got this Redmi 3 from GearBest and the price was around $150. I think I paid it exactly $145. There are links in the description so you can check it out by yourself. If I forgot something to say and you are interested, just ask it in the comments. I will gladly answer and help you decide which device is best for you. In the end, I hope you enjoyed watching this review. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel, like my video, and until next time, see ya!